Hi there, welcome to Peg Space Bytes. Today's Space Bite is about Gemini 6A and the two astronauts that were involved in this mission. Enjoy. Originally, Gemini 6 was supposed to launch on October 25, 1965, but due to the Agena space vehicle's failure to launch, Gemini 6's mission was postponed. It was rescheduled to launch on December 15, 1965, after Gemini 7 launched on December 4th. The mission was renamed Gemini 6A, and its primary goal was to rendezvous with Gemini 7. Gemini 6A's capsule was cone-shaped and had two components, a reentry module and an adapter module. The total height of both modules was 18.8 feet. The reentry module was a pressurized cabin that had two seats with ejection capabilities. There was one hatch above each seat. The diameter was 3.2 feet on the top and 7.4 feet at the base. The height was 10.8 feet. It is manufactured by McDonnell Aircraft Corporation. The rocket that launched the Gemini 6A capsule was Titan II. It was 107.6 feet and had 530,000 pounds of thrust. There were two astronauts chosen for Gemini 6A. Walter Marty Schirra Jr. was the command pilot, and Thomas Patton Stafford was the pilot. Walter Schirra, better known as Wally Schirra, was born on March 12, 1923 in Hackensack, New Jersey. He attended Newark College of Engineering and the U.S. Naval Academy, where he received his Bachelor of Science degree in Aeronautical Engineering. Wally Schirra also attended Safety Officer School and the U.S. Navy Test Pilot School. He became a fighter pilot and fought in the Korean War. He was married and had two children. Wally Schirra was selected as one of the original Mercury 7 astronauts. On October 3, 1962, he flew into space for the Mercury Atlas 8 mission, which was the fifth Project Mercury flight. Then he commanded Gemini 6A during the Gemini program from December 15 through the 16th, 1965. Finally, Wally Schirra commanded Apollo 7 for the Apollo program from October 11th through the 22nd, 1968. Wally Schirra's total time in space was 295 hours, 15 minutes. On July 1st, 1969, Wally Schirra resigned from NASA and retired from the Navy. During his retirement, he was the president of Regency Investors Incorporated and formed his own firm, Schirra Enterprises. Wally Schirra was a member, founder, trustee, and/or advisor of many civic activities and organizations. He was one of the founding members and director of the Mercury 7 Foundation and directed the San Diego Aerospace Museum. Wally Schirra earned many awards and honors throughout his lifetime. He wrote an autobiography titled Schirra's Space and co-authored Wildcats to Tomcats, The Tailhook Navy, and The Real Space Cowboys. Captain Walter M. Schirra Jr. died from a heart attack on May 3, 2007 in La Jolla, California. Thomas P. Stafford was born on September 17, 1930 in Weatherford, Oklahoma. In 1952, he graduated from the United States Naval Academy with a Bachelor of Science degree. He also attended the U.S. Air Force Experimental Test Pilot School. He served in the United States Air Force, where he was a pilot, flight leader, flight test maintenance officer, and flight instructor. He is married and has 4 children. In September 1962, Thomas Stafford was selected by NASA as one of the new 9 astronauts for the Gemini program. He piloted Gemini 6A from December 15 through the 16th, 1965. He also commanded Gemini 9 from June 3rd through the 6th, 1966. Stafford commanded Apollo 10 from May 18th through the 26th, 1969. He was the commander of the Apollo-Soyuz Test Project, ASTP mission, from July 15 through the 24th, 1975. All the space flights he participated in were rendezvous missions. His total time in space was 507 hours, 43 minutes. Thomas Stafford received many awards and honors along with honorary degrees from several universities. He co-authored Pilot's Handbook for Performance Flight Testing and Aerodynamics Handbook for Performance Flight Testing. He became the commander of Air Force Flight Test Center and later was the Deputy Chief of Staff of Research, Development, and Acquisition at the U.S. Air Force Headquarters in Washington, D.C. In November 1979, Stafford retired from the Air Force. After retirement, he co-founded technical consulting firm of Stafford, Burke, and Hecker Incorporated. He has been on the boards of directors of many corporations and advisor to several government agencies, including NASA, and the chairman of many committees. Lieutenant General Thomas B. Stafford is still alive today. Finally, it was time to launch Gemini 6A. It was launched on December 15, 1965 at 8:37 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on top of a Titan II rocket from Cape Canaveral, Florida, from launch pad LC-19. The flight orbited Earth 16 times. During its short space flight, the two astronauts rendezvoused with Gemini 7, conducted experiments, evaluated re-entry guidance potential, and performed a visibility test for future rendezvous opportunities. The total mission time was 1 day, 1 hour, 51 minutes. Gemini 6A splashed down on December 16, 1965 at 10:28 a.m. Eastern Standard Time in the Atlantic Ocean, 12.9 kilometers from the targeted landing site. Wally Schirra and Thomas Stafford were picked up by a helicopter and transported to aircraft carrier USS Wasp within 66 minutes. I hope you enjoyed today's Space Bite. Learn about two of USSR's spacecraft on the next Space Bite. Remember, endeavor to discover new horizons and challenge yourself to reach for the stars. See you next time. Bye-bye.